My name is Ben Stamps. I'm a motor deputy for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. I was heading into work. I was on my motorcycle, trying to figure out why traffic was only going about 20 miles an hour, trying to figure out, what was going on and if I could help or assist. So I put on my emergency lights and I got in the inside shoulder, so on the median on the interstate of I-95. I was doing about 45 miles an hour while traffic was doing about 20 or 25 miles an hour. I was approaching a official use only turnaround, one of the median breaks in the middle of the interstate. And as I did so, I looked up and where there wasn't before, all of a sudden there was a Honda Civic perpendicular in front of me. And I was like, well, this is going to happen, because I didn't have any time to stop. And so I braked as hard as I could. I didn't have enough time to maneuver around it or what have you. And I ended up pretty much T-boning it and then, flipping over. And the next thing I knew, I was, people were standing around me telling me to breathe. My olecranon in my right elbow was pretty well good and chased, as I say there. And so I have 2 plates and 12 screws were put in there in an emergency surgery. I had 5 broken ribs, collapsed lung, and then, a myriad road rash and, this, that, and the other. I would find other things afterwards because you can't really, locate everything immediately. I have torn labrum in my shoulder, herniated disc between C6 and C7 in my cervical spine, broken bone in my foot, to name a few. It had me out of work completely for just shy of a year. So that was multiple trips to physical or occupational therapy for every week. For a while, I was going at least 4 times a week between my elbow and my shoulder. So when I started going to occupational therapy for my elbow, I had about 20 degrees range of motion in my elbow. So the first surgery was in March. The second surgery was in November, beginning of November. And then I didn't get the JAS splint until January. When I got it, I was ticked because I wish I would have gotten it immediately after my surgery, because the ease of use to have it, and compared to the other splint that I had, the other product that I had, night and day difference of ease of use, like complete and total game changer. The other one that I was using was just the antithesis of easy. Like, it was so frustrating. So, like, how you have to stick the screwdriver in the end and then tighten it down on both sides. Like, you have to match it on each side, which you can't see once you have it on. You have to have somebody help you get into it, or you're going to be really, really frustrated putting this thing on by yourself. Like, it is so not user-friendly in the slightest. It was so stinking frustrating using that thing. The force of the springs wouldn't overcome gravity and the weight of my arms, so I would have to lay back and lay flat. So it was a whole rigmarole to where it was not convenient in the slightest. And that was just for flexion. So, and then extension, I had to redo it all over again and get set up and get strapped in. And it's applying the force in the right place and all that stuff. It was a challenge. It was very hard to put that thing on. And then to go from that to the JAS splint, I was like, whoa, this is this easy? Like, my mind was blown. Like, and like I said, I was ticked when I got the JAS splint, and I was like, this thing's this easy to use? I could have had this the whole time? Yeah, my mind was blown. I used it more frequently. And so that in and of itself led to faster results and better results, because that was one less hurdle for me to have to overcome. I'll just slide my arm in, strap in, crank it, boom, done, and I'll do my therapy. The jazz splint versus the other one, like the jazz splint, 10 times out of 10 is easier. Since then, I've told my doctor, I've even, I told my surgeon, I said, listen, this is a game changer.